Now, many of you already know that at the end of the first half of this year, Nio officially unveiled a couple of models, which some of the models are the Nio ES6 and the ET5 Touring. The ES8, you'll know that Nio officially unveiled it back in Nio Day 2022, but started delivering that model in June of 2023, which is something that is good. Now, you'll remember that during the day where they were officially unveiling the ES6, I think it was the ES6 and the ET5. The Nio vice president indicated that the models or those models will be available in the European market sometime in Q4, which of course that is the quarter where we are expecting to see a lot of sales coming from the ET5, or both the ET5 Touring and the ES6. Now, yesterday, something that really shocked a number of investors, including myself, it was when we saw on the Norway sales ET5 Touring forming part of the sales which they generated yesterday. I mean, I was very excited when I saw that, because it means that Norway, ladies and gents, has started selling the ET5 Touring ahead of schedule, because you will know that, as per the Nio vice president said when they were officially unveiling these two models, they indicated that they will be available in Q4 of 2023. So I'm very excited, or I was very excited when I saw that, because it means that Nio has officially begun in Norway selling that ET5 Touring model, and that is the model that you'll remember that it is expected to do very well in terms of sales in Europe, because Nio primarily launched or designed that model for Europe, because Touring usually generates more in terms of sales there than in China. So that is the model that is expected to sell very well in Europe, and to finally get to see it being part of the figures or of the sales that were generated in Norway made me to be really excited, and I cannot wait to see the more deliveries coming out from that, of course, model, not only in Norway but in Europe as a whole. But of course, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video, and I would really appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about Nio officially starting with the sales of the ET5 Touring in Europe. I know right now it's quite difficult to predict the kind of sales they can see, or if whether Norway has received a full batch of the ET5 Touring. But one of the good things, but one thing to tell, is that yesterday there was a sale which was made in Norway of the ET5 Touring. Otherwise, before we forget the house rules, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. And I really appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about Nio seeing its first sale of the ET5 Touring in Norway yesterday. This is something that is incredible, and if you're enjoying this content, hit the likes button, because on this channel, Nio is one of the stocks that I discuss a lot, because I believe in their fundamentals and their future prospects, and I believe that what we are seeing, or what we saw in the Q2 earnings, ladies and gents, Nio failing to beat analyst expectations of the revenues and the earnings per share, I think those days might be over, because Nio, ladies and gents, they are now prioritizing delivering more and more vehicles, which is something that will make them to do really good in starting from Q3 and Q4 going forward. So I'm very excited about this, ladies and gents, and the fact that, like I said, we saw the ET5 Touring made me to be really excited and want to do this video to you, to show you that Nio is ahead of schedule, or Nio has officially begun with the sales of the ET5 Touring in Norway. So if you're a Nio fan or you invest into Nio, hit the subscribe button and like, because on this channel I talk about this stock, and I will continue investing onto this stock for a longer term. So without wasting any more of your time, I was excited yesterday when I saw the ET5 Touring forming part of the Nio sales in Norway, which you will know that Norway is the first destination outside of China where Nio started selling their car. And when you look into the EV penetration there, it is quite high, or it is one of the top countries when it comes to EV penetration in Europe, which is something that makes me to be really excited to say that Nio has officially started selling their cars there, as the Europe, or as that country. It is one of the countries that, when you talk about EV adaptation, ladies and gents, it is the leader, or it's one of the leaders in Europe. So I'm very excited about this news, and I just thought I'd just give you this quick update, and hopefully we get to see Nio also starting with the sales ahead of schedule into also the other countries in Europe when he is currently selling their cars, because there is also Denmark, Sweden, Germany, and Netherlands where Nio is currently also selling their cars. And if we also get to see Nio starting with the sales of the ET5 Touring there also, it will be something that will be great to investors, because we know, like I said, that model is expected to do very well in sales in Europe, which is why Nio primarily said that they made that model specifically for Europe. But we are also seeing some good sales coming out of this model in China, which is something that makes, or that is making me or our investors to be excited, because there are good numbers that are coming out from the ET5 Touring also in China, which when we combine that to the deliveries that we might get in Europe, that will be lights out for this model. It will do very well. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy Nio for the very first time, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And God bless you all.